I was one of the first pupils at Down High School when it opened in 1933. I was there until 1939. And passed my senior certificate. I was awarded a King's Scholarship for training at Stranmillis College. During the outbreak of war, the college was closed. That was my dreams faded. So they were recruiting for the Ministry of Food. And with another girl, we both got in. During the month of September, we got intensive training on all aspects of food rationing and national registration. We had to learn the electoral divisions and the town lands in each one to prepare for the issue of ration books. And then I stayed there until 1947. When I was on the consumer section, and that other girl I was telling you about, she was the trade section dealing with grocers and traders, butchers coming in to get permits, whereas I was issue of ration books, issue of national registration cards, and things like that.
And how were they distributed? How were the cards distributed?
Well, at the outbreak of war, every household in the country was issued with a form called an RGM1A, listing all the people, and they came in and then they were divided out into electoral divisions and town lands, so then they could start writing the ration books, and then they were distributed that way. Okay. It was quite a large problem at the time, but interesting too.
What were the main problems that you remember?
Well, people couldn't understand. You know, they couldn't understand at first what it was all about. Well, then they quickly got used to it. And there's one thing I did learn. The public were much easier to deal with in those days than they were in later years. They accepted the situation as it was. Well, then things went on quite, quietly and simply until Belfast was bombed. And then evacuees came down from Belfast. They were billeted in Down High School, and we were sent up from the food office to issue temporary ration cards to them. And really, it was so pathetic seeing them, very, very frightened people. And there was a baby there which had been born in the air raid shelter. Now, some of them had ration books. They must have brought a handbag with them. And one particular, which was a rather funny incident, we opened the ration book and a flea flew out of it. It was more than the flea floated away. So then people were, after that, they were billeted out to different homes around the district. And that was quite a problem now too. They were stationed clock all around the countryside. But I must say, the years I spent in the Ministry of Food were the happiest of my working life, because everybody got on well. Some of the staff came in at 8:10 in the morning in a bus, and we worked from 9 o'clock until 6 o'clock, 6 days a week.